Hello everyone and welcome to this nonce episode regarding the project Ternoa and their token, the caps. I'll be going over what I think of them and my price predictions. Before we begin, remember this isn't financial advice, you take your own decisions, and if you're not on Swissbook's Discord server, I strongly recommend you to scan the QR code, get there, especially if you've got crypto related questions. Now this is going to be the same structure as the other videos, so I'll be going over what the caps token is, what is it used for, then how much potential it has, what does the long-term chart tell us, and the key takeaways and conclusions. Right before we go there, you have to notice that this is a new project, so we don't actually know if it's going to work or not yet. So I'm going to be giving you all of the facts and going to explain in easy terms how it's going to work and what they want to do. And then you'll also have to think for yourself if you think this is a good idea and if you think they will thrive in the future or not be used at all, because it's still a possibility. Ternoa, what they want to do is to provide a platform to store, send and receive NFTs. And they're playing this marketing-wise with memories. So they want to be helping people with memories, safekeeping them, sending them, receiving them, and basically just make people happy with the NFT technology. So this is going to be a decentralized company or a decentralized project that's based on NFTs on the Polkadot parachain, which means that the fees are going to be lower than if they were using Ethereum, for example. It's secured with the help of Intel, which is a big name in data security and extremely important if you want to be keeping people's data. And they're going to be using time capsule technology, and protection is once again there because it's a vital step in their marketing process. Now, what they want to do, this is all simplified, but what they want to do is bring 5 services to the market, or at least at first. The first service, or the first thing they're going to try to sell, is something called the Safe Protocol. This is going to allow you to safeguard data on their blockchain. So if you have a file that you absolutely need available, regardless of the events that may occur around you, you can use their Safe Protocol and get your file, make it accessible from anywhere, anytime. Well, as long as you've got internet connection, obviously. But basically, if you have a file that you absolutely need to have, or it needs to exist, you can save it on their blockchain, and even if your computer explodes, you'll have it there. So this is the first service that they want to bring forward. Secondly, the D-Day protocol. And this is going to be setting the exact date of a capsule for someone to be receiving it at that day. So let's say it's your friend's birthday, 50th birthday in 3 years, and you're afraid to forget. Well, you can make your capsule now and get it to be automatically sent at that very date. So basically it's going to be used for, I don't know, birthdays, maybe anniversaries and stuff like that. It's going to be to please someone at a particular date. Or yourself. You can also send yourself something in 10 years. I've seen whole websites go with that idea that you send yourself an email in 10 years and everyone likes it for some reason. The consent protocol, for a given period of time, you can allow other people to send or receive, other people, recipients, they can have access to the time capsule that you have placed on the blockchain. So if you, let's get a cool scenario here. If you're a secret agent and you've got some classified information, you can place it in a time capsule and allow your agency to have access to it in case something happens. So I'm not sure of the utility of this protocol, but I'm sure some people can find uses to it. The next one is going to be the death protocol, and this is all automatically. So basically they're going to be looking at death registries from countries where this is available and automatically send your instructions to people that you have decided upon in the past, and basically granting your will. But this is not going to be available everywhere, and it's a little bit gloomy, but you get how it works. And last but not least, the countdown protocol. You're going to be defining a certain number of days in which the capsule will be sent. Let's say you want this to be sent in a month. Well, it can be sent in 30 days. How is this different than the D-Day protocol? You can reset the countdown. Whereas the D-Day protocol is a specific date, this one you can just reset 30 extra days if necessary. So these are really going to be the things that they will be selling. And you have to think for yourself, do you think these are good products, services? Do you think that people will be using them? Because the usage of these services is going to define the value of the project and of the token in general. If nobody cares and nobody uses this, well, they're not going to be making much money, are they? So how good of an idea is this? And how much do you think it's going to be used? Now, macro metrics, as this is a new project, it was quite complicated for me to find similar stuff to compare it to. So I went for very basic macro metrics, which are the population growth. So how many extra people are on the planet, how many potential extra buyers are on the planet, blockchain interests and new blockchain creations, blockchain wallets, that is. So the more people are there and the more people are interested in crypto, the more people we might be getting on the platform. We've seen that the consumer awareness, well, the consumer journey usually goes straight to Bitcoin, and then they get interested in other stuff. So the more people are interested in Bitcoin now, the more they'll be interested in other stuff in the years to come, which is going to be playing in the favor of Ternoa, because at the moment a lot of media influence is based upon Bitcoin, and a lot of these big names that talk about crypto always go for Bitcoin. But as people actually get more information about cryptocurrency, they tend to switch out of Bitcoin and into these other projects and altcoins, and this is what might be playing in the favor of Ternoa. And also, I think that cryptocurrency is affected by trends, and unfortunately the coronavirus is still a trend, and as the numbers are going down and summer is approaching, I fear that during the summer people might be doing other stuff than looking at crypto all day and losing a little bit of interest. And I think that this might create a little, let's say, not a drop, but let's say a little stagnation phase for cryptocurrency the next couple of months until winter, where we'll be cold and stuck back inside. And to me, this is going to impact Ternoa a lot, because it's a new project, and for people to find out about new project, they have to look into cryptocurrency, and if they don't look into cryptocurrency because they're sipping a mojito at the beach, well, they're not going to be finding Ternoa now. I still think that the project will be going up. I'll explain why and by how much just after I make this little point about distribution. This is something I didn't quite like when I saw it. They did 24% of their tokens were sold during the private sales and only 2% during public sales. Sure that there is a vesting period for these 24% that were sold at the very start, but it doesn't mean that at the end of the vesting period everybody will not sell. So you have to be careful about that. Research if you want to buy when these vesting periods end, and have a look at what the rate does at that moment. Because if the people that bought only bought because it's a new project and it might go up, they're going to be selling quickly as the project has gone up, and you might get a better price than if you buy now and just cross your fingers and wait. So just have a look at how you want to play this, but keep in mind that the distribution was done this way and that the vesting periods are separated, and it's represent 24% of all sales, of all token supply. Now, application. At this very moment, the turnover price is of 10 cents, or more like 11 if you round it up, which gives them a market cap of more or less 27.5 million. Now, what you have to think is you take a project that you think is a worse or a similar level of idea than Ternoa and look at their market cap. And this will give you an approximation of the general way that they can go up, of the increase they could have. You take a project, think Ternoa could get to this, they have a market cap of that much, and then you do a little calculation and you find out how much a token is worth according to you. According to me, the project could double. At the moment, with the 5 services that we've seen, I don't think that they have that much to sell. I think that it's a very good idea and that it can go up, but given the corona trend and the number of people that come in and the idea that the selling points that they have, I don't think that it's worth the same as Utrust, for example, which is worth about $100 million as we speak. So what I give them is a double from this, more or less a market cap of 60 million. Why? As I said, because of the current trend, I think that they will go up in the future, especially if they manage to have more interesting services. But at this very moment, I don't give them that much. Also, the fact that there's this 24% of supply sold in private sales, as I mentioned before, this was a little bit of a restraint for me. As a conclusion, geographically and demographically, as it's cryptocurrency, most of them, except for CHSB unfortunately, are available by everyone and anyone all across the globe, so this is a big plus. But psychographically and behaviorally, it's not that advanced yet, because sure, you can use it to make a birthday present to one of your friends, but I don't think that pleasing others is for that many people better than pleasing yourself. I unfortunately think that most crypto traders at the moment are young men between the age of, let's say, 15 and 25, and this isn't the public that thinks about the very, very long term yet. But we will learn with the waves and with time. Overall, I think Ternoa is a great idea. I think that going into memories and safekeeping of NFTs is a great call, because I don't see many other companies doing the same thing. Sure, other NFT-based companies exist, but they don't really promote the same stuff, which makes Ternoa very different and with their very unique idea. What they want to do is, when you think of cryptocurrency memory, you go straight to them. I think this will work, and I think that in the future they'll go up. So here it is, that was my little conclusion. If you like the format, don't hesitate to hop on the Smart Talks, where LSP and I talk every Thursday at 7:30 about cryptocurrency stuff. I hope to see you there. Cheers.